We continue our coverage in Cape Coral. 2 people are in the hospital after a stabbing and then officer-involved shooting in that area. Thank you for joining us on Fox 4 News at 11. I'm Nadine Yanis.
I'm Chris Earl. Tonight we have crews covering the investigation and also getting reaction from people who live near where this happened. Fox 4's Brianna Brownlee starts off our coverage with this new information from the Cape Coral Police Chief. And Bree, that's still an active scene behind you.
Yes, that is correct, guys. We're here live on the scene, and as you can see, they still have this road blocked off. And if you take a look over here, you will see that it's still an active police presence. It's calmer than what it was earlier. However, it's still pretty active with multiple police cruisers as well as the police tape still being up. Now, earlier today, I was able to attend the press conference that Cape Coral Police did have, and that is where Police Chief did confirm that this was an officer-involved shooting.
They're a day shift and they're getting close to the end of their shift, and quite naturally you start thinking about the end of the day, wrapping up what you need to wrap up, and then go on to be a normal citizen.
Cape Coral Police Chief Anthony Sizemore detailing how the end of his officer's shift took a turn Tuesday afternoon. Around 4:15, Cape Coral police officers were called to the 800 block of Southwest 47th Terrace. The original call was for a 47-year-old man being stabbed in the chest. The chief says while those officers were helping the man, a 45-year-old woman confronted them with a handgun.
Officers gave verbal instructions to put down the gun multiple times, and the suspect raised the gun in a threatening manner.
He says officers then shot the woman, quote, to stop the threat. She was transported to the hospital. Chief Sizemore says he personally saw the body cam footage, and it showed textbook training being applied, and he is proud of his officers.
There's a phrase that's often said, and it's an erroneous phrase, that people rise to the occasion in stressful times, and that's actually not true. People fall back to the level of training, and I can tell you without a doubt that it's a very short fall here at the Cape Coral Police Department.
Now, we did request the body cam footage, however, it's still in evidence. As for the victim from the stabbing, the last police told us is that he was still in surgery. As for the suspect, she is still in the hospital. And for those officers, they were not injured. Live in Cape Coral, Brianna Brownlee, Fox 4.
And as for those 3 officers, Chief Sizemore says they're all on administrative leave, and that is standard procedure anytime an officer uses their weapon. The department is also working with the state attorney's office to investigate this case.
As you can imagine, this has caused some fear and concern for the people who live in that part of Cape Coral where this all happened today. We talked to one woman who lives next door to the crime scene and tells us she was outside just moments before the gunfire.
I walked right, next door here to go into my house. I closed the door and I immediately heard the gunshots. And I was afraid to look outside, but I called 911 and they said it had already been reported. So that was fast.
Again, police tell us that the victim is at Gulf Coast Medical Center at this time, and we do not know his condition. There's still much more to learn about this case, and Fox 4 will be following up in the coming hours and days. But for now, you can also watch the full news conference with Cape Coral Police Chief Anthony Sizemore. It's on our website. Just connect with fox4now.com.